Welcome to the River Hamble Harbour Authority's Learning Zone. The River Hamble is one of the busiest leisure harbours in Europe, with over 3,000 yachts and motorboats kept afloat, and many more kept ashore. The river is vital for the economy, providing jobs and leisure activities across the local population. But it's the people who've worked here over the years that give the river its unique history and significance.
Welcome to the River Hamble. My name is David Evans and I'm the Marine Director and Harbour Master for the River Hamble Harbour Authority. I've actually been the Harbour Master for 3 years, but prior to that I was the Marine Director for 5 years. My main job is to make sure that the harbour is as safe as possible for everybody who uses it. We do that by making sure that everything that goes on in the harbour is assessed to ensure that the risks are kept to an absolute minimum, and that we have all sorts of control measures to make sure that what people do is as safe as possible. The River Hamble is one of the main yachting centres on the south coast of England. On the river there are about 3,200 moorings, and there are some 13 boatyards and marinas. There are also quite a lot of boats berthed on the shore around the river, and we reckon there's something like 7,000 to 8,000 boats in the river and around the edges at any one time. So it really is a very busy place, full of yachting activity all year round. At the moment, the biggest boat which is kept berthed in the river is a boat called Sally Slade, which is a 98-foot Princess motorboat, which is almost a small ship. The main thing that we do to make sure that the river is safe is to patrol regularly every day, 364 days of the year. The only day when our patrol does not go out is Christmas Day, and even on Christmas Day there's somebody on call just in case something happens. But depending on the weather and how busy the river is, there will be a patrol out during the hours of daylight at almost any time. One of our other main roles is to look after the environment of the river. It's a very delicate place environmentally, and is very heavily protected by national, European and international environmental designations to protect the wildlife and the habitats of the river. It's very important to us in the Harbour Authority to make sure that all those habitats and species are properly protected. The weather can really affect what goes on here in the harbour. Obviously, if it's a nice sunny day in the summer, the harbour gets really busy with lots and lots of boats coming and going, and has been described as the motorway of the boating world. But it's equally important to us during the winter, when torrential rain or strong winds can have a huge impact on our workload, when boats start to break their berthing ropes or start sinking because of the amount of rainfall that they've taken on board, and that can keep us very busy during the winter months. Historically, the river has been very, very important. It goes back to Roman times when there was a villa at the top of the river. The river is also famous because of the wreck of the Grace Dieu, which was a sailing warship dating from the reign of King Henry V, the wreck of which is in the upper part of the river, although really it's just some bits of wood covered by the mud over the years. The river also played a very important part in the D-Day landings. It was from here that a large number of landing craft set off towards the Normandy beaches, and there is still evidence in the upper part of the river of where those boats were kept prior to the D-Day landings and covered with camouflage nets so that the enemy couldn't see where they were. The best bit of my job is the fact that I can get out on the water. Sadly not as often as I would like, but at least once a week I get afloat and go up and down the river just to make sure that I'm up to date with what's going on out there, and so that I can talk to all the people who use the river. The worst part of the job is the administration, the paperwork. All jobs have paperwork, and this job sadly is no exception.